Hello and welcome to this Red Bull Ring track guide. Patch 1.9.6 of ACC is out, and with it all the new GT2 cars, but most of all the new track Red Bull Ring. So today let's have a quick look at the track. Let's have a track tour and a guide to get everyone up to speed on day one. A very fun track, short but super cool, a lot of flow, and I think everyone will really like it. So without further ado, let's take a look at a hot lap in a Porsche 911 GT3R. Pretty much all the braking zones on Red Bull Ring will have a very easy to spot markers on the side of the road for braking, so picking your reference point there is gonna be really easy. Those will be very easy to pick as your reference for braking. Coming into turn 1, you'll be looking at a 100-meter board and brake just a tiny bit before it. Brake on the curb and go into the corner, aiming for the yellow sausage on the inside, but don't clutter it, just ever so slightly graze it. Run the car wide on the exit and you can climb over the yellow sausage. The track limit here is gonna be the red and white curb. You need to have at least 2 tires on it. Important to prioritize the exit out of turn 1, as we have a very long straight uphill right after it. Now the slow hairpin. Try to aim at the 100-meter mark again and brake just before it on the curb. Trail brake and rotate the car to the apex on the inside where the yellow sausage is. As soon as you hit it, straighten out the car and point it to the outside and let it apply all the traction on the exit as you're going on the throttle. Accelerate in as straight line as possible to the outside of the track. The track here goes up the hill, so that's gonna give you a helping hand. Coming into the next corner, again position the car on the left side of the road, and you're again looking for those braking marks on the left of the track. You're braking again just before 100-meter board on the curb on the left. Here the corner goes down the hill, so you need to be really patient. Trail brake deep into the apex and wait for the car to rotate. Straighten out the car as you're going on the throttle and try to use all the road on the exit. Just be careful not to touch the gravel. Move the car back to the right hand side of the road and again look for the markings on the right hand side of the track that will aid you with picking the correct braking point. As you're passing 50-meter board, go hard on the brakes and point the car to the left. The next corner is gonna be super long, so you're gonna need a lot of patience. Try to keep the load on the front axle and trail brake a tiny bit deep into the corner. Be as early on the throttle and use again all the road on the exit. Watch out for the gravel on the right. Just as you're coming off the blue curb, you can again go on the brakes and throw the car into the next left-hander. Again a corner where you need a lot of patience. Downshift and load up the front axle, wait for the car to finally grip up. You can use a little bit of the curb on the inside. You can sort of use the lighter patch of the grass on the inside as a marker to where you're gonna apex the corner. At that point also you can finally go on the throttle and release the car to the outside of the road. Just be careful not to be too early with it and not touch the gravel on the outside. Again looking for a 50-meter mark and you're gonna be going on the brakes around 2 car lengths before it. Downshift 1 gear and point the car at the curb on the inside. Track goes again downhill here, so the car will pick up a tiny bit of understeer mid-corner. Wait with the throttle, try to use all the road on the exit. Remember you have to have at least 2 tires on the red and white curb. Coming into the last corner, you need to go back a little bit to the right. The blue and white curb is really high, and if you brake with the tire being outside of it, you will bottom out. You need to put your left tires on that blue and white curb to avoid the car bottoming out. For braking reference, you can use the paint on the left hand side of the track. A car length or 2 before the red paint on the left ends, apply the brakes. Point the car at the yellow sausage on the inside, but don't hit it, especially with the rear axle. As you're going through the dip, you're already on the throttle, accelerating out of last corner. Track limit again here is gonna be red and white curb. You need to have at least 2 tires on that. And run to the line to finish it up and start another one. we're gonna be looking at lap times around 127, low 127s, high 126s. Those are the lap times in GT3 we're looking at. So this is it, guys. This is my guide for the day one to get everyone familiarized with the new track. I think it's gonna be really a lot of fun. At HYMO we'll try to provide you with the setups for Red Bull Ring as soon as possible for all the cars, as well as other tracks for next week's of LFM daily races. I hope you enjoy the track guide, I hope you find it helpful. Make sure to check all the links in the description. I'll leave you at the end with full onboard of lap from Dara, and I'll see you in the next one.